While America debates recession, 6 Indian cities are quietly building what economists call the next Silicon Valley. But it's happening 10x faster than anyone predicted. Miss this shift, and you'll be watching from the sidelines as $2 trillion in wealth gets created. If you've ever wondered where the next generation of billionaires will come from, this is for you. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. I subscribe, and I'll personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's get started. Let's start with number 6, and trust me, by the time we hit number 1, your mind will be blown. Number 6, Bangalore, the AI goldmine. Here's a stat that'll make Silicon Valley nervous. Bangalore now produces more AI patents than Boston, a 340% increase since 2022. Let me tell you about Priya Sharma, 28, brilliant software engineer who was pulling in $300,000 at Google in San Francisco. Last year, she did something crazy. She left Google, moved back to Bangalore, and started an AI company focused on healthcare diagnostics. 18 months later, she just closed a $50 million Series A round. Her AI can detect cancer from a simple blood test with 94% accuracy. The kicker? Her entire team of 47 engineers costs less than what Google paid her alone. According to MIT Technology Review's 2024 study, Bangalore's AI talent density now rivals San Francisco, but at 1/10 the cost. Major tech giants are quietly moving their R&D operations there. Microsoft just opened their largest AI research center outside the US in Bangalore. But here's what shocked even me. The average age of Bangalore's tech entrepreneurs is 26. These aren't experienced executives. They're kids who grew up with smartphones, thinking in code, and they're moving at light speed. Wait until you see what Hyderabad is doing with pharmaceuticals. Number 5. Hyderabad, the pharma revolution. This might scare you. 40% of America's generic drugs come from one Indian city you've probably never heard of. Hyderabad. When you pop an aspirin, there's a good chance it was made there. Dr. Rajesh Patel had a thriving cardiology practice in Chicago. Made $800,000 a year, lived in a mansion, kids in private school, the American dream. In 2019, he shocked everyone by selling his practice and moving back to Hyderabad to start a biotech company. His family thought he'd lost his mind. His wife cried for weeks. But Rajesh saw something others didn't. He watched India's pharmaceutical infrastructure explode during COVID, and he knew this was the moment. Today, his company is worth $2 billion. They're developing personalized cancer treatments using AI and genomics. The WHO's 2024 report shows Hyderabad now produces 30% of the global vaccine supply. This city literally kept the world healthy during COVID. But here's the crazy part. Land costs in Hyderabad are still 90% cheaper than Boston or San Diego, but the talent quality, world-class. PhD researchers who could work anywhere are choosing Hyderabad because that's where the action is. But the real surprise is what's happening in Pune. Number 4, Pune, the manufacturing marvel. Ready for this? Pune manufactures more cars than Detroit. I'm talking BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Ford, brands you recognize. But you'd never guess they're rolling off assembly lines in India. Klaus Weber, a German automotive engineer, moved his wife and 2 kids to Pune in 2023. His friends back in Munich thought he was having a midlife crisis. Klaus laughs now because his quality of life skyrocketed while his cost of living plummeted. It's like Germany in the 1970s, he told me, but with better weather, younger energy, and faster decision-making. His company went from prototype to production in 8 months, something that would take 3 years in Germany. Look at this satellite image comparison between Pune in 2020 and 2024. Those aren't just buildings. Those are massive manufacturing complexes. McKinsey's 2024 report shows Pume's manufacturing output grew 67% in just 2 years. The secret? India's engineers are hungry. They work longer hours, take fewer vacations, and they're innovating out of necessity, not comfort. When you're building the future, you move fast or get left behind. That's impressive, but Chennai is doing something even crazier. Number 3. Chennai, the Detroit of Asia. Here's a fact that'll blow your mind. Chennai builds more BMWs than any German city. More Hyundais than any Korean city. This isn't just assembly. They're engineering, designing, and exporting to the world. Ravi Kumar was making $400 a month as an auto worker in 2021. Barely scraping by, living in a one-room apartment with his wife and baby daughter. Then the automotive boom hit Chennai. Companies were desperately hiring skilled workers. Today, Ravi makes $1,200 a month, not Silicon Valley money, but in Chennai, that's middle class. He just bought his first house at 32, something his father never dreamed of. His daughter will grow up in a world where Chennai-made cars are considered the gold standard. Here's what's wild. Ford closed plants in America, but expanded in Chennai. General Motors, Hyundai, BMW. They're all betting big on this city. Automotive News 2024 reports Chennai exports $12 billion worth of cars annually. And they're just getting started. But wait, Gurgaon is where the real money flows. Number 2. Gurgaon, the financial fortress. This stat will make Wall Street sweat. More Fortune 500 companies have offices in Gurgaon than in London. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank. They've moved massive operations to this city that didn't exist 30 years ago. Sarah Chen was a rising star at Goldman Sachs on Wall Street, making $500,000 a year in Manhattan. But she kept hearing about opportunities in India. In 2023, she took a leap and transferred to Goldman's Gurgaon office. It's like Manhattan, she says, but everyone's 25 and hungry. The energy is electric. Deals that take months in New York happen in weeks here. Sarah's already been promoted twice and is managing a $2 billion portfolio, something that would have taken years in New York. Here's the kicker. Goldman Sachs now has more employees in Gurgaon than in New York. 3,000 in Gurgaon versus 1,000 in Manhattan. The Financial Times 2024 report shows Gurgaon handles $500 billion in daily transactions. That's real money moving at the speed of light. But the city that shocked me most, you won't believe. Number 1. Number 1. Mumbai, the unstoppable force. Mumbai's stock exchange is now worth more than London's. And it happened in just 18 months. Let that sink in. A country that was considered developing just overtook one of the world's oldest financial centers. But here's the story that gave me chills. Arjun Malhotra's father sold vegetables from a cart in Mumbai's slums. Arjun studied by streetlight because they couldn't afford electricity. He got a scholarship to study computer science, graduated top of his class. But instead of leaving India like everyone expected, he stayed. At 22, he started a fintech company in a tiny Mumbai apartment. His app lets people in rural villages access banking services through their phones. Today, at 29, Arjun is India's youngest billionaire. His company processes payments for 200 million people. Mumbai creates 3 new millionaires every day. Bloomberg's 2024 analysis shows the city's GDP growth rate is 12%, the fastest of any megacity on Earth. This isn't just growth. This is wealth creation at warp speed. The Bombay Stock Exchange, which started under a banyan tree in the 1850s, now rivals New York and London. India's market cap crossed $5 trillion in 2024, and Mumbai is the engine driving it all. So here's what I need to know. Are you betting on the West's comeback, Or is your money following the talent to India? Drop west if you think America bounces back, or east if you're putting your chips on India's boom. Because in 10 years, one of these bets will make you look like a genius, and the other will leave you wondering what if Retroclo can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.